Some places you visit and some places become part of you. The first time I came to Georgia, I came for the mountains, the food, the history, and the adventure. But I left with something I didn't expect. I wanted to come back because I realized that some experiences aren't meant to be kept to yourself, they're meant to be shared. From the peaks of Signagi and Signagi to the Friendship Monument, Georgia's landscape tells stories of connection. And as we made our way to Tbilisi and stood beneath the Mother Georgia, I realized this country was meant to be experienced together. So come with us as we journey across Georgia from Tbilisi to the Caucasus, through ancient towns, hidden canyons, and all the way to the Black Sea. And our journey begins here in Tbilisi. Now we're just walking through the old town. There are so many things you could do in the old town. One thing that Tbilisi is known for, though, is the sulfur hot springs that the city got its name from. And one thing you can do here is come to the sulfur bath houses that have been here throughout the centuries. Since almost Tbilisi's founding, people have been coming here for the healing properties, and one of the most famous ones is right in front of us. The name Tbilisi comes from Tbili, meaning warm, a reference to the city's famous sulfur springs. For centuries, these baths have been places to slow down, gather, and connect. And the idea of coming together follows us throughout Georgia, because if the baths are one place together, there's another tradition where Georgians truly turn connection into an art. Around the table, this is a supra, a Georgian feast where food, wine, stories, music, dancing, and people come together.
Because in Georgia we say that the guest is sent by God. Welcome to Georgia.
Right.
In Georgia, history is everywhere, passed down through a 150-year-old recipe book at Barbara Reston, carved into the Chronicles of Georgia, and written into the landscapes itself. From the Chronicles of Georgia, we ventured beyond Tbilisi to ancient sites like Javari Monastery in Ublitsika, where Georgia's history is carved into the landscape. Just outside of Tbilisi, we head to Mitsketa, Georgia's ancient capital and spiritual heart. High above the town, Javari Monastery stands where St. Eno is said to have raised a wooden cross in the 4th century, overlooking the place where Christianity took root in Georgia. From here, we continue to Ublitsika, an ancient cave city carved into the rock where wine was pressed and stored centuries ago. And Georgia's winemaking story goes even further back, nearly 8,000 years back. Our road to Signagi took us through the Anuri fortress before the landscape opened up to Mount Kazbek. This is what I love about Georgia. You can really write your own story. I chose to explore the mountains on horseback, while my mom chose the perfect mountain escape, taking in the views of Mount Kazbek from Rooms Hotel. And then we arrived at Grigeti Trinity Church, with Mount Kazbek rising behind it at 2,200 meters high. It meant something different standing here with my mom. I'd seen these mountains before, but experiencing a place like this together made the moment so much more special. Ready for the next stop? We headed east to Kakheti, Georgia's wine country, and Signagi, the city of love, where couples can register their marriage around the clock. But you don't have to come here for romance. You can wander the cobblestone streets, climb the ancient fortress walls, and take in sweeping views over the Alizani Valley. And there's so much more to Kakheti than wine. We even stepped back in time at Anapia Village, a unique stay inspired by 19th century Georgian life. They even make their own organic wine here. And lead workshops so you can learn how to make traditional Georgian food like khachapuri, and then eat it afterwards for lunch. And the adventure didn't stop there. At Anapia, we took the off-road adventure before heading to Dashbashi Canyon, where I had to remind myself not to let fear decide what I was capable of. My mom and I took on the glass bridge, and then I took on the bike zip line and swung out over the canyon. Because that's what I love about Georgia. You can really write your own story. We went off the beaten path to Kutaisi in Chiatura, a former mining town tucked between towering cliffs, before discovering the incredible Katski Pillar, a church perched on a 40-meter column of rock. Religious life here dates back over 1,000 years, when monks sought isolation high above ground. And today it remains one of the most sacred and mysterious places in Georgia. Not far from Kutaisi, we disappeared into the wild, paddling through Mardavili Canyon, surrounded by emerald forests, turquoise waters, and waterfalls cascading down the cliffs. And our journey ends in Batumi, arriving by train as the mountains gave way to the Black Sea. Here, old world streets meet futuristic towers, creating an eclectic city that somehow just works. But after everything we experienced, I realized Georgia doesn't have one story. It gives you the freedom to create your own. And the best part is getting to share it.